Yo, quick message that I feel like is super important here at our new apartment downtown. I remember when, this was all a dream. I remember when we went to Paris for the first time, and I was like, man, I would love to live somewhere where things were in walkable distance and not just so far away, but somewhere where there was a lot of people. You could just walk to the restaurants, you could just chill. And it always feels so far away because when you tell people that, they're always like, oh, it's going to be so expensive. Oh, how are you going to move? Oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. Like, instead of being encouraging and helping you find a way, people will put all the excuses, all the obstacles in your way. And it makes you kind of doubt yourself and think like, am I crazy? What should I be doing? But I want you guys to know a couple things. I'm going to be very vulnerable and very honest. Were we like ready to move downtown? No. Did we have all the money that we needed to move downtown? No. Do we know how it's going to work out and how it's going to play out? No. Do we have faith that God is going to look out after us and that this is the right decision? Yes. And that's all that really, matters when it comes to doing the things that you need to really do. A lot of the times when we're looking for that big breakthrough or we're looking for those big results, it's on that. It's comes right after all these difficulties. I don't know how to word it perfectly, but basically it's on the other side. There we go. It's on the other side of the difficulties. Think of all the stuff that you went through, in your life where you thought it was such a struggle, you thought it was such a hard time, you thought it was like the most difficult thing in the world, right? Like, how am I going to live? How am I going to pass this? But look at you now. Like, you passed it. You overcame it. And that's how a lot of things are in life. God has these plans for us, but instead of pursuing them, we're like, nah, I don't have enough money. Oh, if I move downtown, I'm going to be farther from my family. We have all these excuses, and why some of them are valid reasons. If it's going to get you closer to what you need to do, you just got to do it. You got to have faith. You got to trust. And that's what I want my life to be an example. I want people to be like, dang, D never waited for the perfect time. He never waited for things to be, right or ready or realistic. He just had faith. He went for it. I want to get to heaven, and I want God to be like, dang, bro. Like, you were always just pushing everything, and you always had to have so much faith, and you were always making me, honor my promise that I have your back. Not get to heaven and God be like, dang, look at all this stuff right here. This is all the stuff I had ready for you. But because you never had faith, you never got any of it, and all you got was this little bit over here because you just wanted to be realistic. And so I record this video to say, man, I don't know what your dreams are. I don't know what your aspirations are. I don't know what is on your bucket list. But in order to cross it off, in order to achieve it, like, you got to start taking risks. You got to start listening to people that are saying, be realistic. You got to start listening to, when you're scared, when you're fearful, when you don't know how things are going to work out. Like, you don't need to know how. I don't know how the hell all this stuff is going to work out. Like, this apartment is so much more money than where we used to live. And I just basically restarted a whole new business where instead of taking care of clients that were paying $2,000 to $3,000 a month, I'm now trying to build a whole new business where I'm only charging people either free or $5 a month. So that's a lot of work that I got to figure out how I'm going to make this happen. But I'm just trusting. I'm just going with it. Maybe 2-3 months from now, you watch him like, damn, that dude was a fool. Like, that didn't pay off at all. But then maybe 5 years from now, I got my own Netflix documentary. Like, yo, I always knew he was going to make it. He had faith. So don't wait until then. You have your own faith too. Just whatever you're feeling right now, if you're feeling scared, if you're feeling like, man, what am I going to do? I'm not telling you to just be reckless. I'm not telling you to just go out here and just do whatever you feel like doing. But what I'm saying is, like, pray about it. And if you feel like in your gut, like that's what you need to do, like the universe gives you those desires for some reason, but it's not just going to make it easy for you because they want to know how bad do you really want it. And so pray about it. See what your gut's telling you. Just go for it. I hope that this journey that I'm on right now inspires a lot of people, because I'm going to be posting a lot about it because this place is dope. It's super fresh. And so I want to show people, man, when you just put your mind to something, when you start being obsessed with your success and doing the things that you really want to do while also keeping your integrity and your respect for others, there's a lot of things that can happen that are good for you. But when you just try to be average, you just try to conform to what society is telling you to do, when you're always scared to take a risk, you know what lifestyle that leads. And there's a lot of people out there, people that are watching this video, you guys aren't stupid, you're not dumb, you're not lazy, you're just not believing in yourself, and the people around you aren't believing in you either. And that's why they're not pushing you to chase your dreams. And you got to realize that. Like, why aren't these people believing in me? Don't let that stop you, but just say, F them. I believe in me. Go do what you got to do. I hope this message helps you. I hope that my journey is helping you. Stay tuned. I'm going to be posting a lot more stuff on this journey, but don't just watch me. Take this as a lesson and inspiration and motivation to do those things in your life too.